It's no secret that demos are not the most accurate reproduction of what happened in game, and, at least in CSGO, they will have to check rate of the server, meaning there will be a noticeable discrepancy between both views. This doesn't stop people from complaining about weird shots using the match's demo instead of a local recording. But does it really matter? Well, it depends actually. I recorded a few scenarios on a local server where I recorded my screen, the gotv and the POV demo from both players. I will not show the POV demos though, because they are completely messed up. They barely want to play, loading into the map might lead to a crash, the demo will play at a fast speed, the controls are completely broken, and the game will crash if you do anything before the demo ends. So the comparisons are going to be my POV against a demo recorded by the server. So pretty much what you get with matchmaking or faceit demos. My first test is just drifting left and right while shooting at a wall. At full speed, the demo looks very accurate, but slowing it down, we can see that the crosshair is very slightly behind the actual recording. Bullet holes are not the exact same, but that's not that important. Other than that, this looks a lot like the actual gameplay and is pretty comparable. Unfortunately, it gets worse. For my next test, I compared some off-flick shots, and that's where the differences really show up. The gotv demo has more and more latency, lagging behind as time goes on. No matter where I synced my clips, the gotv always started slowing down. This is likely due to the difference in tick rates compared to the server, but I don't know. I put way too much time in this pointless comparison already. This is the biggest fine I got, and it just proves that the demos are not that accurate, at least not as time goes on. It also shows the crosshair in a slightly different place on the recording, but that was mostly noticeable with the AWP and not the rifles. The last test was flaring at a wall. I failed to notice any major difference between the two, other than the increasing desync again. At this point, there was way too much of a waste of time, and I gave up testing more than this. There's little difference between gotv and your game, but the little difference there is makes it a non-reliable way to compare POVs, though they are still useful if you have a POV recording, because you can confirm clips like this. Here I was mad that I died behind a wall, but I still want to check the demo just in case his angle was different than what I thought and that he could see me despite me thinking it was hidden, but nope, the demo pretty much confirms that my POV was more or less correct. Although I can't for 100% be sure, that is more or less a death behind a wall for me. So yeah, good enough as a confirmation, garbage on its own. I'd be down to revisit this in the future with more tests and actual players rather than just two computers, but for now I think it's enough.